Well, shaking everybody. Carl back with another one of my Puroresu commentaries. This one, I talked about the 317 All Japan show. I would like to talk about the 317 Noah show. This was a lot of kind of the direction that Noah's going to go was kind of, I believe, was set in place with this. The two big things were there were two title changes. Both tag belts changed. I alluded to in the New Japan video that Yano and Azuka from Chaos beat Segura and Marufuji and won the tag belts. That's kind of holy shit, because Chaos just kind of asserted themselves and kind of inserted themselves into Noah. They just kind of, jumped brave, and then, next thing you know, they're challenging for the tag belts and they win them. So as I alluded to in the last video, I believe that, that this could give an invasion angle. There could be an invasion aspect to this, leading into invasion attack for New Japan. May not be, but I just find the timing of it really strange. The other title change was Los Mexicitos, which is Super Crazy and Ricky Marvin. They lost their junior tag belt. They lost their DHC junior tag belts to Ginba and Maybach Jr. of No Mercy. If you've watched anything I've ever done, you realize that I'm a huge Kenta fan. Kenta is the whole reason that I got into Puroresu. His matches, his matches with Marufuji and all his early Noah stuff is what got me into Puroresu. And of course, it grew, and from Noah it went to Dragon Gate, and then from Dragon Gate it went to New Japan, All Japan, and I'm slowly getting into DDT, and there's it's awesome because there are all these different avenues you can go through. But I think that No Mercy, which right now the team of No Mercy is Kenta is the leader, Ginba, Maybach Jr., and Yoshihiro Takayama. Takayama runs his own dojo. Takayama's kind of a part-timer, Noah. Takayama's pretty solid. He doesn't really impress me. I think No Mercy is lacking. Ginba is just kind of, I don't know, man. He just doesn't interest me. And Kanemaru didn't either. I alluded to this in the last video. When Kanemaru was in No Mercy, I thought he was boring. And Maybach, they got rid of Maybach Taniguchi, who was horrible. And then they, get Maybach Jr., who I guess is a little better, but but Kenta needs a better group. But Ginba and Maybach Jr. won the GHC Junior Tag Belt, so now No Mercy they have important titles. Kenta has the GHC belt, and they have the junior tags, so No Mercy's kind of taking the belts. Taiji Ishimori, I'm a big fan of Ishimori. He gets a lot of hate from a lot of people for some reason. I love the hell out of the guy. He's awesome. His matches are always awesome. Him and Atsushi Kotogi, which I'm sure that was an awesome match. Haven't seen it, but I want to see it. Ishimori beat him. First defense. And of course I already alluded to Chaos and Brave. Kenta and Maybach Taniguchi was your main event. Kenta made Maybach go to sleep, and that was all she wrote. Now, in a 6-man tag a week ago, Maybach got a pinfall over Kenta. I think that was a huge mistake because Noah's roster is so depleted right now that, and I mean, if you look at everybody that's coming in for their shows, you're getting, and you can really tell this in the Global League because I'll mention that in a second, but you got Diamond Ring represented in the Global League, you got Big Japan represented, and Noah's just kind of bringing in outside people because the only real, I guess, contracted wrestlers that Noah has is all 6 members of Brave and like the remaining 4 members of No Mercy and Maybach. I think that's it. So Kenta has no challengers, and it took him so long to become GHC champion. 10 years. Over 10 years. 10 years. Somewhere in there. To become heavyweight champion. And he becomes heavyweight champion. He beats Morishima. Has advantage over Morishima that whole feud. And then after Morishima, it's just like Maybach's the best they could come up with. Now Kenta's having to wrestle scrubs like Jonah Rock and TMDK guys who are alright depending on the day. But there's a light at the end of the tunnel. At the Kobashi retirement show, I believe Kenta's going to wrestle Marufuji. Marufuji's going to get a shot at the GHC title. Everybody else goes yawn. They wrestled 5 million times and want to see that again. I could watch them 5 million more times. I never get bored. Those two have amazing chemistry and have put on some of the best matches of the last 10 years. So I have no problem with it. I don't think Marufuji will beat him. I just think they're trying to find challengers right now. And I believe Kenta at one time or the other will probably defend against everybody in Brave. So Noah announced the Global Tag League, which is coming up on April 13th. Not really any big surprises on here. Kenta and Takayama representing No Mercy. Marufuji Segura representing Brave. Yano and Azuka, Chaos. Shane Haste and Mikey Nichols, the aforementioned TMDK that I mentioned. And just them and Zack Sabre Jr. It just depends on the day. Jonah Rock is terrible. But he's young, he's a rookie. But he's just terrible. Let's see. Maybe it's not his fault. I don't know. He's still young. Diamond Ring represented Kensuke Sasaki. Kensuke Sasaki. And Katsuhiko Nakajima. I'm a big Nakajima fan. His matches are always awesome. So we've got Diamond Ring represented. Braves represented again. Morishima and Muhammad Yone. And this is kind of a surprise. Currently in Ring of Honor right now, your Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions right now are the team of Red Dragon, which is Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly. Well, Bobby Fish is in the Global Tag League, but he's teaming with Eddie Edwards of all people. Which, I guess they're assuming that people that follow, which is strange because normally people that follow Ring of Honor's product follow Noah. And Ring of Honor has a close connection with Noah and have for several years. But, last time we seen Edwards, it was Edwards and Davey Richards in a feud with Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly. And now I guess they'll probably present it as two rivals teaming together, to defend Ring of Honor or whatever. And the team that I don't know, because I don't follow Big Japan. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really follow it. But Yoshihito Sasaki and Shinya Ishikawa. I haven't watched much Big Japan. I've watched some Abdullah Obayashi stuff. I don't know, that and 0-1 I haven't really sit down and watched. That out of the big ones, those are probably the ones that have been hardest for me to get into. And the other team, which I alluded to in my New Japan video, Yujiro Takahashi and Maybach Taniguchi, and they're going by Chaos. So, is Maybach a member of Chaos now? Because during that 6-man that was Takayama, Genba, and Kenta, where Maybach got the pin on Kenta, Maybach's partners were Chaos, Yano and Iizuka. So that kind of got me wondering, well, what if what if Maybach's now a member of Chaos? And if Maybach's a member of Chaos, then that's just another seed planted that Noah could be wanting to do something with New Japan and could be involved in this invasion attack. This invasion attack thing, everything is left, it's kind of keeping everybody guessing. Because with All Japan, you have the president of Speed Partners, making fun of New Japan's product. And then you have Noah guys taking New Japan titles. And you have the NWA saying they're going to invade, and you got three different angles and viewpoints that they could be going, and we don't know where they're going. We probably won't find out for a little while. Invasion Attack, I believe, is next month. So that's about all for Noah for now. I'm going to try and put these videos up as big stuff happens, and especially closer to bigger shows. And thanks again for watching, and hope to see you again.